Okay, with us is Jim Klaphake, the Sauk Center coach. Coach, first of all, congratulations, over 500, outstanding, way to go.
Thanks, Mark.
That's it?
That's that's it. I told the girls, I said, this is something we can celebrate at the banquet. We can celebrate at the end of the year, and it's nice tonight. But next match is the most important one. So it was a great night. Don't get me wrong, and I mean it. I said it. Had some no doubt, some great kids through the years, with great families, some great assistants to help, and honestly, for a great community. So, I mean, I guess I couldn't want anything more than that. So.
Okay, I want to ask you this and go back to the start. 21 years ago, you've got the farm, you got the cows, you got the beef, the hay, the beans, you got everything going.
Yeah.
Your wife, Carol, is teaching. Jenna is 8. Jill is 5.
Yeah.
Megan is 1.
Yeah.
You have this conversation and say, Carol, I think I want to coach the volleyball team.
Yeah.
How did that go?
Well, she was supportive on whatever I wanted to do. Let's just say that, Mark. And that too. You can't do it without a supportive family. Between my wife and my 3 daughters and really even my brothers and sisters. They've been great through the years too. So.
Yeah, I guess it does take a family to pull this off too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does. It takes a lot of people, and I was talking to Ryan Dusha after the Melrose match the other night, and he said a good point. I turned around and said, yeah, good families, good some good assistants, and he said, yeah, and then the other part is, guess what? You've been around a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's a lot to that too. I've been around for a long time, and I seen Rick Fisher here tonight, and I tell you what, I mean, thanks for giving me that job. And there's some other people. I know Lauren Bestie was head of the school board at that time. He had a little bit something to do with it too, and Chris Walbeck, Schmeezing Zemer, she brought me in that year before and had me help coach with some of the kids a couple years before that. So, but it's been awesome. I mean it. It's been a heck of a good run, Mark. So.
And we've said it in the past too, and I want to say it again. Kelly Weirman, you've always said, you've made this point, I don't know where I'd be without her.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I tell you what, Mark, you hit the nail right on the head there. I mean, how fortunate was it for me to have Kelly for them first many a years, and then to turn around and land on my feet and have Jill after that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't. You can't find 2 better assistant coaches than them too. So. Like I said it before, there's been a lot of other coaches, Molly Anderson, and there's been a lot of Steph's been good, and there's been a lot of other coaches that have helped through the years too, and you can't do it by yourself. No matter how much you want to, you can't do it by yourself. So, but it's been a good run, Mark, and when I get old and I look back on this, I might be there. That was pretty good, but
no,
right now I'm just saying. We want to keep improving, keep getting better, and and that's what it's all about. So,
can I just address this, because some people have asked me, especially and it's been a while now, 4 years since the state championship.
Yeah.
Is Coach Klaphake going to retire?
Yeah.
What do you say about that?
Yeah. The thing is, you remember when we started this conversation? You said the age of my daughters were 8, 5, and 1 when I started. I say this: I was a pretty good coach. When I didn't have any of my daughters playing, and when my daughters were playing, I was still a pretty dang good coach. And I think I can still be a good coach. And I don't know. I'm certainly. I wouldn't say I'd say this, Mark. I'm certainly on the back half or the back part of my years of coaching. And but it's like I said, it's been fun and it's hard to give it up when the kids listen. And they buy into what you're saying. The families just, honest to God, Mark, I mean it. They just leave me alone and let me coach them. And I tell you what, that's asking a lot. The families are trusting me with their most prized possession, their daughter. So, and I get that. But, the families have been awesome. And, and here we are. So I like I said, I appreciated the, the assistants, the girls, the parents, and the community. So
let me also make this point with you, because I know you have a fantastic memory, because you do this to me. You'll say things to me and go, remember that team back in 2015 when we were down at Morris? And you start going through, and I'm going, I can't remember that stuff. But you, and even as you see all these players, you can remember all of that, can't you?
Yeah, I do, and that's one thing Kelly always, she says, like, how do you remember that? She always said, I say, well, you remember back when they did this against us, like 5 years ago? I said, and she's like, no, how do you remember that? And I just like, well, and that's just one of them God-given things that that way I do have a pretty good memory. And, my wife will say I don't have a very good memory. but like I said, Carol's been very patient through the years too. And it's like I said, it's been really fun. It's kind of nice to see some of the girls around again, tonight. And, like I said, a great night, and now we just got to move on, and we got to get back to playing and just keep improving. We're gonna have three pretty good matches next week, and hopefully we can come out with wins in all three of them. So so the next one's gonna be Morris on Monday, and we'll see from there. So
yeah, let's take a second and talk about the team itself.
Yeah.
Who I'm impressed with right now is Tori Jennison.
Yeah,
she is hitting the ball. What's gotten into her?
Yeah, Mark, I think it was probably a month ago. It was the end of August, and I said, Tori, would you run these ones? Would you run these ones in the middle? And it was in between. We were doing two-a-days, and I said, I want to work with you and Ellie on running some ones in the middle. And because to be honest with you, I thought her arm was too long and too slow to get off the ones in the middle. Well, we worked on it a little bit, and she's been not only has she been offensively, but she's picked it up on defense too. Her and Ellie, I mean, they're formidable in the middle. Man, they're tough to get that ball around. And now that we've been working with them on reading when the hitters are trying to hit it around them, read it and reach and block and kind of shut that down. Man, as good as she's been offensively, and I know defensively she's always kind of been there defensively, but it's right. You're right though. It's nice to run some offense. We run a lot of offense out of her, and we get them biting on that middle, and then we can shoot it to the outside. And Sarah and Maddie are going to be open on the outside, and we're going to get one-on-one across the front, and that's kind of what you want. You really don't want it happy birthday with nobody there. You kind of want it one-on-one. If you get one-on-one, we should be able to hit and attack around the block. So, but you're right though. She's been great, I think. But now the one thing about that is, Mark, to incorporate the middles in your offense, we have to pass the ball pretty dang good. We have to pass that ball up in there within 4 or 5 feet of the net. You can't be passing it 12, 15 feet off the net. You got to pass it up in there within 4 or 5 feet. And we've been doing that too. I think Julie and Evelyn and then Sierra and Maddie, they do the majority of the ball handle, and they've been really, really, kind of locked in here on getting it a little bit tighter so we can get both Ellie and Tori involved in the offense. So.
And, too, as you talk about that, when you have a good pass, set, you get it to Courtney in the right spot, and Sierra, when she puts it down, that's a thing of beauty, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. And the thing is about it is you've seen tonight, Mark, they put two girls on Sierra right out of the, after that first set, they had two girls on her all the time. Or even in the first set, they blocked her a couple times in the first set. And that's where if Tori can get some swings in the middle, she's going to get that blocker off the outside, and she's not going to be able to get out there and block Sarah. So that's just, honestly, and that's just one of the things we're working on, and and it's just a progress, and we got to keep getting better at it. So
how do you like your two setters with Lyndon Anderson and Sarah?
I like them. I mean, are they absolutely? I mean, I was talking to the setter from Bold tonight, and she was out with a sprained ankle, and They're good, though. They're good. I mean, they're better than average. They're good. I mean, and they do a nice job of moving the ball around. I mean, just look at tonight with Sarah, how she got Nia T-Schaefer involved in the with the backset. And Nia, I think Nia must have had about 6 kills tonight. Yeah, she had 5 kills tonight. So that's pretty good. That's a pretty good night on her part. Jenna Riley had some kills tonight. So I like my setters, and backing them up is going to be Peyton Borgman. And if there's ever a hiccup, we can go with Peyton. And same thing in the back row. We can go with Nora T-Schaefer if we need. If we need somebody to play some back row, she's going to do a great job serving and a great job playing back row. So that's one thing, Mark. I think we're pretty deep. Besides, probably besides our 2 bigs in the middle. But anyway, I guess you don't want to ever see anybody hurt. But I'm just saying, if someone's not having a great night, we can sub them out. Get them a blow, let them, just let them settle down and concentrate, and then we can run them back out there, and we're just not going to lose too much ground. So
okay, I know we can talk all night. Jill says we got to wrap it up.
Okay,
you get going.
All right. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Coach.